once again.
Rochelle Rosenberg. Today is a very windy day, but I enjoy the weather. It's kind of cold, but I like it. I don't complain, because why should I? Every time my mind is filled with a lot of thoughts, I always come to this place. This is just a small lake in this town, but I feel so satisfied with the sound of the water and the flying birds. They soar as free in the sky. I used to sit on this bench, but right now, because of all the situations that happens, this is the first time of the spring that I'm seeing this empty, that I have to wipe off the dust. But it doesn't matter, even if I sit here by myself. Because right there, I could see different homes, different houses. They look so interesting from here where I sit. But it's also amazing to look at the waters, how the light shines upon it. Although we could say that the water is dark, still the light illuminates upon it. Since I came here in Sweden, I have seen this boat. This had been a restaurant for a long time now. I've been living here for 13 years. And this pavement had been a friend of mine. I've been sitting in these long benches, thinking and memorizing all the songs that I want to write, all the words I want to say, while watching at the waters and its waves speaks to me. I have been living here in Sweden for a long time, and I have learned to be thankful of the silence. As I watch the waves here, I could see how God has been forming my life. I listen intently to the waves, and I look closely to every shape of the waves that the wind is creating every time. So I was reminded of the times, of the hard times, of the crying times, of the painful times. And just like these waves crashing through the stones, still the stones have the spaces in between and give space to the pain and to every crushing of the waves. And in a minute I could understand that God is so good all the time. He teaches us that there are seasons in our lives every time of this season. I always look closely to the water. They look so clear, they look empty, but whenever you look intently at them, you will see the small fishes, the small tadpoles swimming around. Underneath these waves, the roaring of the waves, there is a peaceful life underneath, and there is a nurturing life that our eyes cannot see. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that wonderful? And isn't that something for us to be thankful? It looks cloudy upon the sky, but I could see the clearness of the blue sky far beyond, hiding behind those dark gray skies. But it doesn't matter how much gray it looks, because for me, it is an interesting creation of God. Beyond those gray skies, I could see the flying birds. They look like dots upon my eyes. But whenever they come closer, I could hear their singing sounds. And there's a lot more to be thankful. There's a lot more to be grateful. And there's a lot more that I can pray for. Among this bench had been interesting to me, because underneath it lies alive beautiful flowers. I don't understand. Every year they come up here, and watch how beautiful they are. the violet, and the yellow in the middle. And look, there's an ant over there. I wonder what they think. And every time I am here, I always think of many things. I imagine a lot of things and how life had been so wonderful. In this pavement, it is cement, yet all those grasses are growing in between. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that it looks like us? Despite of the hard times, we still grow, we still bloom, we still hope, we still have something to think about, we still have something to smile about, and we have a lot of memories to remember. And beyond this wall, there is a limitation, and there are warnings that we cannot cross over. Yet, I as a person, I always climb beyond these railings. I step my feet on this bench over the railings, and I try myself to climb up over here and see what's on the other side. But what's beyond the other side are just the same as what it has been on the right side of this lake. The waters of the waves, the stones, the crushing of the waves. It's different kind of wind that pushes the water to create these sounds. But it was very interesting for me to climb up and to go against the rules sometimes until I am caught. And I realize that sometimes I have to step back and return and maybe explore another thing in life. In this pier, you could see the different kinds of boats, the different kinds of restaurant, the luxuries, and the boat houses over there. There's a lot of different cars parked in here as well. But in these times of season, in the hard times, in the good times, we are all the same. We all look for joy, for peace. And it's something that the material things cannot give. It's something that we can never buy. All of us have been striving for so long for beauty, for luxury, for wealth, for happiness. Yet the money that we earn, no matter how many billions we have, can never provide us these things. Yet the peace is something that money cannot buy. And that peace is something that only God can give. It's something that only God can give us if we want to, if we ask, only if we pray. So I encourage you to never give up, to never give up. The waters may look drowning to you, but they are there for you to be cleansed, for you to see that above the waves there is life, that above the waves, underneath it, there's another promising life that will nurture you to go beyond the waves. Underneath there's peace. Underneath there are different life that you can achieve if you just ask God. And that is something that we call peace. That is something we call shalom. In the mighty name of Yeshua, I pray that those who may hear this will have something to think about in their lives. This is Rochelle Rosenberg sharing you the thoughts of an artist.